You think you want a big, fluffy, loyal companion, and the Bouvier de Flandres catches your eye? They look like giant teddy bears, majestic and calm. But beneath that rugged coat lies a powerhouse of sheer will, fierce protective instincts, and a stubborn streak that will completely break an inexperienced owner. This is not a golden retriever. Bring this dog into a novice home, and your life will turn into a chaotic nightmare. Here is why the Bouvier is absolutely not for beginners. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Massive grooming commitment. Let us talk about that beautiful, iconic coat. It looks stunning in show rings, but in your living room, it is a full-time job. The Bouvier has a thick double coat that acts like a magnet for mud, burrs, and debris. If you miss a few days of brushing, that fur turns into agonizing mats close to the skin. You are not just lightly grooming, you are engaging in daily, exhausting maintenance. Professional grooming bills will easily drain your wallet, and if you try doing it yourself, prepare for hours of back-breaking labor. This isn't just hair. It is a lifestyle hurdle that leaves novice owners feeling overwhelmed and entirely defeated. But hair is nothing compared to their mind. Number 9. Relentless herding instincts. These dogs were bred to move massive cattle, and they have not forgotten their original purpose. If you do not give them livestock to herd, they will herd you. They will herd your children, your guests, and your other pets. And they do not do it gently. A Bouvier will use its heavy body to physically block and bump people, often resulting in knocked-over toddlers or bruised shins. When a 100-pound dog decides your family needs to stay in one room, you are going to feel it. Novice owners often mistake this for aggression, leading to intense frustration and fear within the household. Yet, this physical dominance is just the beginning of your struggles. Number 8. Intense independent thinking. A Bouvier does not blindly obey. They are highly intelligent, but it is an independent, problem-solving kind of intelligence. When you give a command, a Bouvier evaluates whether or not it makes sense to them before complying. If they do not respect your leadership, they will flat out ignore you. You cannot force them, and you certainly cannot intimidate them. Novice owners who rely on basic repetition will find themselves staring at a giant dog that simply refuses to sit, stay, or come. It is an infuriating battle of wills that leaves beginners feeling powerless in their own homes. And if you think you can just tire them out, you are sorely mistaken. Number 7. Demanding exercise requirements. Do not let their bulky size fool you into thinking they are lazy. The Bouvier de Flandres requires rigorous, purposeful exercise every single day. A casual stroll around the block will do absolutely nothing to drain their deep well of stamina. They need long, exhausting runs, intense training sessions, and heavy mental stimulation. If you fail to provide this, their pent-up energy quickly morphs into severe behavioral problems. They will destroy your furniture, tear up your yard, and become a restless, pacing nightmare inside your house. Beginners drastically underestimate the sheer volume of daily effort required to keep this breed balanced. Unfortunately, their physical strength makes a bored Bouvier incredibly dangerous. Number 6. Unrelenting protective nature. This breed was designed to guard farms against severe threats, and they take this job incredibly seriously. A Bouvier will fiercely protect its family and territory. For a beginner, this is a massive liability. They are highly suspicious of strangers, and if they are not socialized perfectly from day one, that suspicion turns into dangerous reactivity. Having friends over becomes a stressful, anxiety-inducing event as you constantly manage a massive, intimidating dog that does not trust your guests. One wrong move and their guarding instinct activates. Managing a dog with this level of defensive drive requires expert timing and unbreakable confidence, something novice owners simply lack. This trait alone can isolate you. Number 5. Slow emotional maturity. While they may look like fully grown adults by their first year, their brains are a completely different story. The Bouvier is notoriously slow to mature, often acting like a massive, clumsy, destructive puppy well into their third year of life. You are dealing with a 100-pound animal that still possesses the impulse control of a hyperactive infant. Beginners are rarely prepared for the sheer duration of this difficult teenage phase. It is exhausting to constantly correct a giant dog that refuses to settle down, tests boundaries daily, and forgets every rule you ever taught them. Surviving 3 years of this requires a level of patience most people just do not have. Number 4. High prey drive. Beyond herding, these dogs possess a shockingly high prey drive. Anything that moves fast, squirrels, cats, or even small dogs running at the park, can instantly trigger their instinct to chase and capture. Because of their sheer size and explosive power, a novice owner walking a Bouvier on a leash is in serious danger of being dragged face first into the concrete. Once they lock onto a target, their focus is unbreakable. You cannot easily snap them out of it. If you do not have rock-solid obedience and physical leverage, this dog will overpower you without a second thought. This raw, untamed drive makes everyday walks feel like a high-stakes tactical mission. Number 3. Zero tolerance inconsistency. If you are the type of person who lets rules slide on the weekends, the Bouvier will exploit that weakness instantly. They demand absolute, unwavering consistency from their owners. If you let them on the couch once, they own the couch forever. If you let them pull on the leash today, they will drag you tomorrow. Beginners often lack the emotional discipline to enforce strict boundaries 24/7. The Bouvier will identify the weakest link in your family and completely disregard that person's authority. This creates intense household friction and a dog that feels totally out of control. It is a psychological game of chess, and the dog is usually winning. Number 2. Overwhelming physical power. We need to talk about their sheer, unadulterated strength. A Bouvier de Flandres is a dense, heavily muscled powerhouse. When they plant their feet, you cannot move them. When they pull, they hit the end of the leash like a freight train. Novice owners who fail to establish loose leash walking early on find themselves physically abused by their own pet. It is not uncommon for inexperienced handlers to suffer from dislocated shoulders, torn ligaments, or severe falls. You are dealing with a working beast that does not know its own strength, and if you cannot physically and mentally manage them, they will dominate your physical space entirely. This leads to the ultimate breaking point. Number 1. Unforgiving socialization window. The number one reason this breed ruins beginners is their incredibly tight, unforgiving window for socialization. If you make a mistake raising a golden retriever, you get a goofy, slightly unruly dog. If you make a mistake raising a Bouvier, you get a massive, fearful, and dangerously reactive weapon. You have to expose them to everything, sounds, people, environments, perfectly before they are 6 months old. If a beginner misses this window or handles a fear period incorrectly, the damage is permanent. You will spend the next 10 years managing a dog that cannot handle the outside world. The stakes are simply too high, and the margin for error is absolutely zero. So guys, owning a Bouvier de Flandres is an incredible experience, but it requires relentless dedication, expert leadership, and an iron will. If you are a beginner, do yourself a favor and look elsewhere before you end up completely overwhelmed. Have you ever encountered a breed this intense? Let me know in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.